important talk to me. Yes? One will find static that will cut that important talk. You'd want to find the intent of my talk. 40 minus 2. What do you want to bark? Guy. Guy. You just don't want to protect the inside. Now? Guy. Daughter-in-law to you. Well, why not? Take and do what you want. Good day, Red. Guy. Well, if you think you can move now, what will you do in the lock? Okay, we'll free the lock. Go on, hit me back, go on. Wardens, how would they work? Hi, R1979. Hi. Show it to me. You ain't nothing outside. That's when it's really gonna count. Where you lie. Lie flat or lie just not honest. Was it? What have you done, Red? Honestly. Well, if we can't get to you, then we can get to an authority that you will fall. Him. Hey, coil on the Well, it seems like you've had a V from me for not just a year, but now for 4 decades. What's one going to have to do with you? 4 decades means what? You will be a child because you are like that. I'm your uncle. The sirens on the van go round and round, round and round, round and round. The sirens on the van go round and round all day now. What do you know of role? Authorities work with the councils. They are part of teamwork. And if you ain't got a role, then you are nothing. Nothing at all. So there are no justices, there are no free rights. That's the way the society works. Goodbye. Yes. Now, the one that stayed very quiet behind whatever scene you were behind now. You have presented the skull that you are with only for a minute's duration. Only for what duration? Ms., ma'am, sir, miss. What would you like in terms of reference? Please, talk. You would want to talk that one had not learned. Wait, that will guide you out of what you have really done then. A liar? Nah, that's not going to sound important. You have a dishonest character. When you have a dishonest character, then you are not part of the work that you were in. You fall under whatever presentation you are put on. You fall under crime is not important. Oh, darling, sir, what's going to sound important to you right now? You were just a doggy for. No. So you're going to talk? Well, you ain't got a role, have you? When you ain't got a role, you ain't got a leg. Allow it to stand on. not present. Part of a photo. Section it. Cut. Go on. You ain't like that, but you can turn like that, yes? That sounds like a threat to me. Take it like you would want it. Size them up in full, size them down in full, yes? So you would look like a sole cause of what took place from the point of view of quite a better northern, yes? Presentations, covers, its transformation, the outside world won't know. You can keep it contained, you can keep it locked. No one will find out because when you pass certain zones. Threats means what? It's going to sound like what it's going to sound. I need to know, and I need to know in full, because I have you down on the cause of what I've had to life through for the past 4 decades now. Decide, when will the duration not so important to another life? Well, you can talk, one won't, but that means you will now have to bark. Can you make him walk the dog? Crawl. What would one put in memory? The act of a thief and how they will turn life. Well, you know me out life. That kind of knows to help inside. Who do you think? I had to take one day because I wanted a jumper and my laddie couldn't have it. So that means you are now to consider the role that you have to now work under. You still make a couple of shortcuts. So you understand that we don't life in the free world. You will have a lock on the ankles. You will not move around because an elder said not allow. That's the one we would want to learn. If it won't work in the parts of law, it will work in the parts of family law. Go on. You are going to write. I'm not going to use any force. You will want to write. Well, you need to write. So I put it under hand use. Now we are not in the Saudi law of if you are in the act of theft, then the hands cut. But if it's hand use, then you would find cuffs to go around or part of the hand. Now the one that would have the no, tell, talk. What do you think they would do when they have talk? What you could do for the town, what you could do for the city, what you could do for the society, what you can do for where you can now sit on the land and consider what you would have to memory. Wow, it's not just a smell. It's one of the best smells that you've ever smelled. If you have a light for that kind of smell. There are some weird understood. Well, that life's wrong. understanding requires quite a quite a bit. So, can't move that side because I would be a bother. Can't move that side because then the sun's there. So one's gonna have to continue with a one move wonder. It's a wonder. I think that's all right. That's all you would want, yes? A one move wonder. I want you. I want you wonder. So the photo of you falls under crime somewhere. Condition of hair loss puts you under you're a criminal. Where? The cults, the witches, they can continue the act with the broomsticks and with the fires because they have tact, they have inside know, they have roll, they have pipers, they have files, they are full. The cry for you will make a difference to me because you're the ruin of my life. Guy. Crocodile tears for that one, yeah. You could not find another descriptive crocodile tears, a false act. Well, they have done it for a duration of 40 minus 2 at least. So they have got pretty good at it. And in fact, they would have better work in act manner than I ever could. I ever would. But they may just fall under break of the law. But it won't look like that because they are not. It's a he and she situation. It's a she and he concern. Well, it's always the he that's there. Bad guy. Go on. You just want to walk the dog. I didn't mean to bother you, but I had to get some results out. I've not shamed you, I hope. You still need to look hard where you are. Yes? Coil. But the one that's doing a move behind that scene, I need the dat in full. Guy. That finds one under what? It's only the question that one can use. That falls under how? Why? Where? Bye-bye. Yes, I can read the chat. Sorry, I'm going through a learn of my own. I study. It might sound weak, so we need to play a little bit of footy. Go on. There are routes to halt what one's in the do right now. You know the routes, you have seen it, you have sat down inside, you have been guided, you have been given the necessary materials. It will sound like unharmed. Good night. Why would you want to get on a I've got a bad side, really? I've got a cruel side, a mean side. I can villain them. Hero, villain, yeah. You ain't gonna sort. You won't sort out nothing. You will need to find yourself to say goodnight to whatever you have put yourself under use with. There were sly routes in the past. The sirens on the van go bye, 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 bye. The little one goes on the rye, 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 all day, all. You remember them sly routes? A sneak one. And they defied on Queen on you. What was the reference they would fall under? There are they in the situation here, there, or whatever. I'm going to use it any route. I'm not going to follow the restriction. To you. I'm not going to follow the restriction at all. Guy. Because when it's smelly, it means they do not work on the good side at all. It means it's the use of ethnicity, and that means it's rights that have been taken away from one that has seen the life here since. And then you would understand later why said kind would have a reaction when they have put themselves in the society, and then would have to consider why one would still want to be. Huh? Who's doing that now? Why in the thought over you? But a lock on a chain? No. Then you the weak one, mate. Pal, whatever you would want to put down there. You have to put me in to win? Weak. Full. Why one would not want to crime? Oh, that's weak. But you are on the law side. Why is that weak then? Because you would have no work. Well, that's the aim, wasn't it? Did you not follow that oath when you proceeded with said work then? You need work all the time, all the hour? It means you're a crime one. Inside them. You cause reactions to follow. Conditions, ma'am, means, sir, means what now? It's not why with you. We know why. It's how. Goodbye. A chameleon. I want to go behind the scenes, behind the curtains, and pretend that they won't know you, but follow up with leads wherever they would now, wherever they can. To hide what they have done. You will lie, lie, lie. You will continue. You will have to do not only a chicken dance, you will have to do a circle. You will have to put yourself round and round because the causes that you have now made seem a lot worse than they did then. You think to you, why one's not fallen under any SUS in full? Well, they haven't put it on you. You have not been put in. You have not fallen the questions. You are not one of those kind of lives anyway. But there are relations that sound near. Why have they not got you in? What have they put in hide behind that curtain then? Or is it one of them photo machines where you have an identity taken? Photo picture taken. Talk. Come on. A flash and a boom. Curtains and a presentation. That's my look. What's my look now? I have to understand the confidence that you would take. Well, the confidence wasn't with her, so that means you're a cause of conditions. What work do you fall under? Pal. Friend. Whatever you were to you. You can't use pal because it's all friends and you would want to hold hands. We knew that. Go on. No. So with the said kind, it would always result with some kind of ethnicity talk or some kind of race. And proven in full. That's the award. Round of applause. Round of applause. And then that's the motive and intent fully found. You would not want the role for me. So, with one's not got any rights, role, or what you would try to threat of where one was. You would have to talk to the dot of what you have done in full. You are proud of what you have done. Because recall, put in the memory why you ain't sorry. Or why you cannot find sorry within you. Why you are proud of what you have done. You have transformed the town and the city, the society, but you have transformed that one on its own. What of the rest of the land? What of the rest of the world? What of the rest of the nations? What of the rest of the countries? What of the rest of the situations? There's proof that you have then causes in full to put on documents, on files, with a pen, on the paper, right now. It's the hour, sir, ma'am. It's the hour, ma'am. Sir. Sir, in full. I'll have to move around to hide the talk, because then I have not learned and I have not put the thought to the health concerns. Guy. Yes, when you would have to talk incorrect in the correct situations and correct in the incorrect situations. Incorrect situations. Quite lucky. One would have the root to not put oneself in situation. In the majority. Sorry for any talk to sound like it was not meant. It's where one would direct one talk and find another one, more sense. Find another one to talk. Yes. Hope all's well wherever you are. Two ones that do good for life in the world. We cannot deny that fact. That's why I hate certain thoughts to even go under a talk out. You would want to know the Quran in the house. You would not want to know reference, inverted commas, close brackets, round brackets means condition continuing. Law right papers. How would one know? I was in a talk with one that claims relation with my grandfather. Third, second, fourth, second to second cousins of dad. And in the talk, all of a sudden, they have unlocked thought. They know the said conditions because they have lived in an area where said conditions present, where they would turn like into traitors, where they would forward law concerns. And part of the overseas networks, the ethnicities of the law that's not present here now, are the parts that will make sense to one because they have had taught back, because they must fall under until life goes back. So, where one could not get talk in, one must try to continue to get talk in via what roots present. Or you've had a one, or what one will talk in particular sense. Well, it's roots of travel, or it's roots of hairs. Oh no, the skull presented like a map, and I did not show you that then. The shorthand name's Was, not good enough. That means they have turned it into a joke. That means they have made fun of my shorthand name. That means They need to think of what you have done. True. So are we going to get the full no? When you have reviewed wallpaper from overseas and you'll have a second talk, you will see certain rights. Well, rights can have two meanings to it. Rights to mean what you will use on paper, or rights in terms of what life has from the point of view of normal duration. Yeah. Duration will put you under the talk of test your babies laws. Talks of the duration's gone. Duration's gone. In particular, two specific rights that go on the paper: reference and duration. Reference and duration. In closed brackets, in round brackets, inverted commas, or the conversion for anyone that will claim that they were a pal with, friend, etc., etc., to help them to move it to not important, because they would have a little look under the covers and that would help them in their own routes forward. And that's what that one has done, but it does not make a difference to me because I'm not in a relation to at all. Or you would now find supplier friendship bracelets to help you move to what you thought was cooler, or now to further talks of what was newer, or we return it back to where we were, and why one cannot occur, because it would make yourself not look good, and you had the confidence, you had the hair, you had a lot of want. Did it turn to need? Well, that's what you would want to find out, wouldn't you know? I try. US President Mr. Ronald Reagan's talk of the stock market. Shares go up and down. That's the thought. That's all. Do it an actor. I know New York's advanced with the new mayor, but the thoughts of that work in particular, you would have to put yourself in full sense. Straighten you finally. One already knows the results, but one will jump to the talk of grow. Grow sounds like chemical grows, intakes, partly medicine somehow. Well, the medicine's in full, but it depends on the effects or what you would want from an alternate reality point of talk. If one can jump to the talk of grow before you can, you have fallen under criminal profile. You must have taken some kind of chemicals because you did not like that said one. Drugs. Guy. You are a druggie to said. You are a criminal to said. You fall under all law breaks because you just would not like that one. At all sins. They would move to the kitchen, make a pot, make a curry, try to feed you the talk that they have done in the generations gone, and they would still need marks. They would still need marks of the presentation that you would not have the hair because you do not like them in the manner that they would, but they are under incest. They still know that. Guy. They should have known that at the generation. They should have told you. You weren't to know that then now. Why did you have a loss of memory? You know the talk's in because they have gone out. From what directions? From the contact route. Contact. Go. When one can jump to the talk of grow and make it sound like you are a taker of chemicals you would not take, what will that tell you that one has done in full? They were taller than me when we were kids, when we were children. They used to put ourselves side to side. One's smaller, taller than the other. So you might have a height. What do you call that? Conscious. You have a height conscious. You ain't tall. You ain't got the height to walk in the core. Where it was gladiators in the past. You ain't got the height to walk in the ring because you just ain't got it. Me! Well, you have if you fall under a certain section, but you want to go in the section which sounds like it's the harder one. Or it may sound like it's got more pow. Harder one? Do you want to put another one to the paper? No, you just mean it from another sense. It's because we would all want the, well, that sounds like more of a gladiator than the other one. That means you have a thought. That's what it always was. That's what you have tried. We know it. Good night. You want the reference of good night from me? Otherwise, I've given you E. That's quite nice, yes. For you to talk in that manner. Then. They were all like that. So why were you like that? Okay. So at the point, you can see that you have removed from law files, documents, papers that go overseas, present here because you have a second talk. Or law papers here with the roots that one find now. Guy. They are not allowed to have grow back. Well, it sounds like drugs. Why would you want that? It's banned and it's put under law that you cannot have any more tall. So that means no milk from the... You aren't allowed to drink it because you will grow taller. Oh, because you will drug taller. Well, life taller. Medicine taller. And then the question must remain the same one. And it starts with you, what? So it was a cult all of them days. A lot of lives would know the results. They just could not reason with it. From an ethnicity point of view, it's sometimes easier because of the hair conscious of, well, myself under Pakistan. from India. So the Indians and Pakistanis would know it. He showed me a photo of a man that had the condition, and they showed a photo with it of coke of a lady of white's look with a black cross present on it. When I was there. Now, I'm in a talk with the overseas solicitor. Lawyer. My dad's lawyer for a duration, but then we've got fed up with said one. Their family, then they'll pretend they're poor. We didn't have what you have got, etc. And they have then found roots here, and it goes into another circle. But in that talk, they have talked certain talks that have unlocked my thoughts. And when it's unlocked, it's not minus at all. There's no minus in it. And it just makes oneself sound like they are too jolly, too full of life. There's no dark side to you. There's no villain in you. And then you are a fool. You're a joke. You're a mockery of the society. One of them that then goes in the presentation outside. Look, it must be someone inside that's done it, but they have to make them look like that outside because then that's funny. Sorry for the act try with. I know it's important talk, but if I have put myself under the learn of said condition for 40 minus 2, I've resulted with one result. Now, unfortunately, one will react. Not me. Someone other than me will react. The reaction that will take place of said lives, quite a simple one. They will put a reference for the cause. What one must do must write no references at all. You must have a day in you whether you like it or not. You cannot have kindness with anyone because they would have just wanted to hurt you. They would just wanted to make you look like a fool. And it was the talk of why someone like you was near that one at all. But then if you look at the relations, there were direct relations with one another. So then why did that not make sense? Well, why were the relations at all? And the one that should have had that or was in talks with and guided himself with photos or placed himself in the photos where one was then to stick their own skill there. They have become the son, they have become the daughter, they have become what they want now. It's not a thought to what one will do any route, make a design or make it look good. It's a thought too when one has health documents and files and papers and tries to promote it to the direction of, well, the condition does fall under, it does not have any concerns of health with. Specifically. Oh, that's a particular talk that's not important to one. And they will need the inverted commas and the brackets to go down. Well, it shows you that you were a traitor from day one. It proves that you were needing in a V, the me, or the life that you were. You were on one side, goodbye. You ain't gonna talk to me for life. Are you gonna try and find a situation where one will need to talk to you, want to talk to you, right? The in roots, finding you. That one told you not to look into what that one does. Yes? All the reasons for it, all the methods of what one can do to hurt the life because they feel that their life, the life that they had, was hurt. But you were the one to initiate calls. Guy, you were the one to make all what for you are the causes. But because one's the life that one's in, you would just need the one to present forward instead. Yes? Yes? You won't hurt of what talks out because you have it in. You will need to have no in. You like to write still? Do you like to paint? Now, false me, why are you in the pic? Why are you in the photo? Go on. Quick, fast. Talk quick, fast. You don't talk quick, fast. That means you are not the character that you are. You do not follow the references, presentations in full. The role that you in requires, what does it require? If you ain't got it, goodbye. I don't have a role, because that means I must have not honest someone. I have lied, but you are in the role, and if you have lied, you don't have that role. Guy, we all have lied somewhere. It's not good. You have to go back on life in full. If you want that particular position or work, then you must find the honesty back inside you and decide what you need to do now. Or if you've got a good reason for the lie that you have done. They didn't give me any finances when we were children. We were told to find our own way from the duration of 18 like everyone else did. Does that make sense? Or you would know one that would then force rules through, and they have not told you what rules they would force through. Because, and then you would have the full talk of what that one's done. Continue.